Carrot cake is one of my favorite desserts, seriously. I love the flavors of the spice and the cream cheese, all of it together. I'm gonna teach you how to make a really, really simple recipe. It's absolutely perfect and you're going to love it. So we have 3 separate steps that we're going to be doing. The first one is all of our dry ingredients. It's gonna be 2 1/4 cups of flour. Baking can be a little bit picky. Cakes can be a little bit picky. So we wanna level off the flour. When I told Aspen that I was making carrot cake, she goes, "Oh my gosh, that's my favorite. Can you please make it for my birthday?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then I told McKelty I was making carrot cake and she goes, "Oh my gosh, that's my favorite. Can you please make it for my birthday?" Just saying, this carrot cake's amazing. And then we have just a little bit of salt, 1/2 teaspoon's fine, baking powder, and baking soda, 1/2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and then the ginger. Yeah. 1 teaspoon of ginger. And then you whisk that all together. You can use a sifter if you'd like, whatever. And then we have our wet ingredients. So we have 3 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 cup of oil. You can totally use applesauce, that's just fine. It's super moist and the flavor is actually really rich. 1 1/4 cup of granulated sugar and 3/4 cup of brown sugar. When we were all together and all the kids were here and there were a lot of kids, I baked all the time. But now that it's just Truly and I don't bake all that often. And when I do, she helps a lot. She really likes to bake. And then our sugar and brown sugar. So here's our wet ingredients. And we're gonna put our dry ingredients in it. And then mix it up. So there we go. Pretty. So far it's been super, super simple, right? But of course there's the carrots. It's 2 cups of carrots and that's the necessity. But then after that, none of the rest of this matters. Everything else here was just stuff that I like. We're gonna do walnuts. It's gonna be super loud. We have 1 cup of walnuts. We're just gonna chop them a bit. No one likes like little tiny segments in there. That's it. And dump it in. I just like I like an interesting bite. And then I like the pineapple, so it's 1 cup of pineapple. I strained off the juice, and we're gonna use some of the juice in the frosting. 1 cup of golden raisins, which is a hit or a miss in a lot of people, but it's, you know, I love it. And then also 1 cup of coconut. So it's a lot. So we're talking, it's like almost a full meal. And then we're just gonna mix it up. It's like you wanna be gentle. And really at this point, you're gonna wanna taste the dough batter. You're gonna wanna taste it. We're gonna use 2 pans because that inner layer, we're gonna put frosting in between the 2 layers. So it's gonna be lovely, lovely goodness. I've been cooking for like a million years and I just found out about parchment paper. So what we did, check this out. Greased this just with butter spray, and then we put in the parchment paper instead of using flour and that kind of a mess, because when they bake, when we're done, all we're gonna do is gently lift them out and they don't stick. I don't know where parchment paper has been my whole entire life. We're gonna put half the batter in one of these pans. Yeah, kind of evenly split. I don't know, mostly. So we're just gonna smooth it out a little bit. So now we're gonna take these and we're gonna put them in a preheated oven. It was heated up to 350, and then they're gonna cook 45 to 50 minutes until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. Oh, you guys are so jealous right now because you can't smell this. It smells so good. Okay, let's make the frosting. So we have 1 cube of butter, an 8-ounce packet of cream cheese. We're gonna mix the butter and the cream cheese until it's just really, really thick and creamy, probably for like a minute. Okay. I'm just gonna scrape, oh my gosh, okay. You might not know while you're combining it until you start to scrape it down. It is already, it's just soft and light and fluffy. As I'm scraping it down, it's even better. It's just even better. Now we're just gonna add in the vanilla and the spices. So it's like a teaspoon of vanilla, but we're just gonna do a cap. It's a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon into the frosting, right? So excited. You don't have to. You do not have to add the spices in the frosting. If you're a purist, like a frosting purist, and you just want to do the cream cheese and not all the extra spices, you don't have to because it's your recipe. Just have fun with it. Experiment, have fun. I'm gonna scrape it one more time and then we're gonna add in the powdered sugar as well. It's 4 cups of powdered sugar. When we turn it on, we're gonna turn it on really slow though, because I cannot tell you how many times I've had powdered sugar all over the kitchen. Okay, we're gonna scrape a little. It's not frosting consistency yet, if you can see. And so we're gonna add in the pineapple juice now, a little bit at a time. We added in probably like a tablespoon, a little over a tablespoon of the pineapple juice. We're just gonna mix it a lot now. Yeah. Okay. Yum, it's a little bit like a different color because we added the cinnamon and everything in it. So it smells really good. It's not white frosting because of the cinnamon. So next we're going to go ahead and frost our cakes. And I've never actually done this part before. This is brand new, so I'm super excited to see how it works. Because usually, oh my gosh, we're just gonna, yeah, okay. I already feel like we're done. This was amazing. Usually I make such a mess. Usually I don't use the parchment paper and it ends up being the most ridiculous mess and then I'm piecing it together. Yeah, thank you. That's the best idea ever. Okay, now we're gonna take the frosting and we're gonna put it on this layer. It's gonna be delicious. I always tell my kids you either get a good tasting cake or a really insanely decorated cake. You can't have both because I don't know how to make both. So we're just gonna move this layer right on the top. Oh my gosh, look how pretty. It's even kind of lined up straight. So all we're gonna do is frost the top. You can frost the sides because once again, it's your recipe and you're gonna do whatever you want, but I'm not going to. I like a naked cake. You know how people do that smooth? It's just mesmerizing. I might just frost this cake for a while, to be completely honest. I think it's time to make sure it tastes as good as it looks for sure. Look. I even think we could have used more frosting. I'm serious. I feel like that layer in between, we really could have gone crazy. But this is, oh, look at that! This is probably the prettiest cake I've ever made. Wow, I have a new love affair with this cake.
I'm excited to watch you cook. Oh, I wouldn't have
You're gonna cook.
You.
Oh no, you're doing it. I'm gonna instruct you.
You're
like
right.
a
I should learn how to make this melt so
because
that my husband likes
he loves
more
your
of my cooking.
He loves your cooking. You're a great cook. White lasagna is honestly my favorite lasagna. I love it. It has like a Alfredo sauce base. It's delicious. And it's a huge favorite. Tony loves it.
My husband likes it.
And Caleb likes it too.
But
the Alfredo sauce itself, I would make, whenever Tony comes over, I try and make Alfredo sauce.
He loves your Alfredo sauce.
Yeah,
he loves it.
And usually things that I make, Tony doesn't like.
That's really true. It's sad, but it's really true.
He doesn't like my cooking. He doesn't. Usually. But he likes this.
He does like this. He likes this a lot.
So you ready to help me make it?
I am so excited.
Let's do it. So we have 2 pans. We have this pan right here that's going to have the meat. So we're going to use ground beef, 1 pound of ground beef, and 2 tablespoons of poultry seasoning mix. It's a cheat.
Why?
It's a cheat because then it makes it taste like sausage. So I don't eat pork. So this way you can have beef, but you can go ahead and flavor it like sausage. And this recipe, you want the sausage. We'll put the beef in this one, and then put it in and just start breaking it up right away.
I just don't want to make a mess of it.
You'll be fine. That looks great. I mean, it's kind of heaping, but the other
one
maybe
heaping okay?
Sure, we'll do a little bit less in the second one because I think it might overpower.
It doesn't have to heap. I can do it correctly. I'm just gonna shake it. Shake. Okay, now it heaps a little less, but I think it shook onto the pan. And then it's 2 tablespoons. So
I think so. Let's do 2 tablespoons.
The last one we're just not gonna fill as much because.
Yeah, the other one's more, right?
This is cool. I like the hack.
Doesn't it smell good?
It does smell good.
Okay, so we're gonna get a 1/2 cup of butter.
And melt it.
And we're gonna melt it with the cream cheese. Yeah, let's turn that on so it can slowly heat up.
And that's the 8-ounce packet of cream cheese.
Cool. And we're just gonna kind of stab it. Oh, it's melting. How's yours?
Oh my gosh, mine's cooking. You
can
tell it's cooking because it's not as red as it used to be.
Oh my god.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
I made this, the first time I made this was in North Carolina actually with Maddie and Caleb, but the second time I made it was before Avalon was born at your house.
You had to meal prep stuff for me, so when I was, you know, out of the works and after I gave birth to baby, I would have food.
So this is great. What I did is I made the white lasagna before and then I didn't cook it, I just put it in the freezer. So when I left, they would have extra meals. While I was gone, I knew it would be a meal that Tony liked. Now that the cream cheese is kind of melting, we're gonna go ahead and pour in the milk. It's 2 cups of milk.
Stir as you're pouring it in to really mix it up.
I think so. We're gonna add in the cheese. Good, and then we're just gonna let that sit. No, let's add in the salt.
So you're gonna keep stirring it until
it thickens up. There's the cheese. But basically anything with cheese is wonderful.
Anything with cheese is wonderful. And if for whatever reason this recipe comes out kind of nasty, could you add more cheese in and then make it perfect?
Yeah. This is just taking me forever, so
you're gonna add in more cheese?
Yes.
Are you gonna use more? What cheese?
Grated mozzarella this time.
Oh, that'll be good. So you've got 3 different types of cheese in there.
Yes, and then it's a mild enough flavor that I think we're fine. Let's just add in that much and see what happens. Oh, I'm already happy about the situation. This is a lot better. So this is thickening up.
That looks so much better.
This is perfect. So I think it is time to assemble this lasagna.
Let's get the stuff.
Okay, so for white lasagna, we have our homemade Alfredo.
Which looks very good.
The bomb. You can use the jar stuff if you want to. If you don't have time to make it, go ahead and you can pop but we'll use homemade.
This one's better, though.
And then we have 1 pound of the ground beef that tastes like sausage, 1 package of the oven-ready noodles. We're cheating. Then it's like 2 handfuls of spinach, handful of mushrooms, handful and a half of mozzarella cheese.
Plus some on the side in case you need to add more.
I know, because the better, like more cheese. Okay, so let's just get like 2 spoons and put that at the bottom. So you want a little bit of sauce on the bottom of your lasagna, no matter what lasagna you're making, because your noodles need to absorb it and get soft and lovely.
It also
it's just
helps.
about coating everything in goodness.
Probably helps it make it not stick too, right?
Yeah. It's a little glumpy. See how there's like lumpy? It's gonna be fine.
Glumpy?
Yeah, glumpy.
I like that word.
Thanks. And then we're just gonna lay our noodles on it.
So these are the oven ready ones, meaning that you don't have to do any work. They're gonna cook in the oven.
All right, so we want half the meat. I'll do the meat, half the meat, and then you are going to do half the spinach. And it's so pretty to do it in glass. I highly recommend doing lasagna in glass.
And then you can see all the
because it's
layers.
pretty. It's pretty. Just kind of evenly put it in there so it's even kind of.
Mushrooms are really gross. But that's okay because these mushrooms are so big and I don't like mushrooms, so I could easily pick them out because they're large. Could you make them smaller though, or is there a specific technique to the mushroom?
There's no technique to any of this. We just have fun. That's the technique.
Oh, I like it. That's a beautiful technique.
That's my technique.
What's next? Sauce? Do we do the whole thing like kind of thick or?
Sure, I don't know. We're done.
Just kind of go for it until you're like,
go for it until I'm like, ooh, I think we're good, honey. Well, you've made lasagna before.
I have made lasagna before.
It's about the same concept. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, let's do another layer of noodles. I firmly believe that whenever a recipe enters your home, it is in fact then your recipe, and you can do anything you want to it. So if you're not married to like the mushroom part or the spinach part or the beef part, it's your recipe and you can do whatever you want with it.
And can you add more stuff? Make it a little bit thicker?
Yes, anything you want.
So like we could do broccoli instead of spinach?
Yes, and chicken instead of beef.
Chicken instead of beef?
Yes, yes.
And then the noodles can be swapped out. What about cheese? So this is mozzarella cheese.
I like mozzarella.
Is there certain whatever kind of cheese?
I like mozzarella in this with these flavor combination, but let's say if you want to do, well, the chicken I think would be good mozzarella too. The chicken and broccoli.
Would be good with mozzarella.
That'd be good. All right, let's do the rest of the spinach and the rest of the mushrooms.
Okay, so spinach and the mushrooms.
Yeah. I love this recipe. It is smelling so good.
It is smelling good.
Let's do a little bit more sauce, and then we're gonna do another layer of noodles, and then more sauce, and then cheese. You're doing a really good job.
Thank you. This is fun. I like cooking with you.
I like cooking with you too. I'm glad you could come over. Thank you.
And then this is the last layer of noodles.
This is the last layer of noodles. Go ahead and put on the sauce.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a spatula because we're just gonna clean it out, and I want all the rest of the goodness on there.
Okay, goodness is going. I'm just gonna let you get to scrape the edge of the pan because this is the best sauce. If you want it, so as far as
lick the pan clean, you can, but it's too hot.
Okay,
right?
cool.
Okay, cheese
last
on the
step,
top.
cheese.
And then we're gonna put it in the oven.
I'm excited. And the oven's at 350,
The oven's a magical temperature of 350. Oh yeah.
It looks
perfect.
bubbly.
It is, and it's like crispy on the edges. It's gonna be magical. Okay, let me get the knife.
You don't want to just eat it straight out of the pan? No, we want to cut it so you can see the pretty layers.
Right? Ready?
I'm ready. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Thanks for making this with me.
Oh yeah, baby. You got this. Cut that final noodle.
Perfect. Ah, look at that.
That looks delicious. I'm gonna steal this plate from behind you.
Do you want a crispy edge or are you good with that?
I'll take this one.
Okay.
The crispy is the best part, so I'll let you really savor that. It's really, really good. I really like the cheese. You can actually taste the sausage.
It tastes amazing.
It does taste
you
good.
You did really good.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun cooking.
Good, thank you.
I think
Tony's
it's great.
gonna like it.
Tony will love this.
You can take some home to him.
I will take some home to him.
Sharing is caring. So McKelty is with me. We're gonna make Thanksgiving rolls, but it's not Thanksgiving time.
I'm so excited.
It's my roll recipe.
It is your roll recipe. I grew up on these rolls. These are
did.
Christine's, well, Mom's rolls. So
It's only mine because I say it's mine. This is the deal with this recipe. Everyone fights over whose it is, but we can talk about that later. So first thing we're doing is melting the butter and the milk, and that's already melting on the stove. So what we're gonna do first is 3 eggs. Go for it, chica.
Oh, okay, so I gotta break the eggs in.
I taught McKelty and Aspen how to make rolls in Vegas. You guys came.
When Tony and I first got married, I wanted to have Thanksgiving with his family,
Because they've never done it before.
But I wanted to be able to still do something that was like bringing my family into his. So I made Thanksgiving rolls and they loved it. It gets requested every year now by
It's
his
a
whole
staple.
family.
So then we're going to throw in the salt, and it's just like a half a teaspoon of salt, and then a half a cup of sugar, and just mix it up with the
You
whisk.
blend it.
Yeah, just whisk it.
I think it's done.
Yeah? Okay.
I think it's good.
All right, so now let's get our water. So it's 6 tablespoons of warm water.
So you're gonna eyeball it?
Yeah, I am.
6.
That's perfect. Okay. So we're
And
gonna
then
add in
dump
the
your yeast in?
yeast. Yeah, and then we add in, it's only like a teaspoon of sugar. You don't need a lot, just like a teaspoon of sugar. And then mix it up, just because you want it to activate. It just takes a second, and it's just go ahead and grab the milk and the butter, and we'll throw it in.
Ooh, the
Don't you
butter's
usually
on
do it
top.
together?
Can I be honest with you, Mom?
Don't tell me. No, I don't want to hear it.
I microwave
no,
it.
No, I did not.
Do you want me to pour it in?
Yes. I can't
Is-
believe
is
you
it
just,
not-
just pour it.
It's not gonna cook the eggs because it's warm, right?
No. That's fine. You're really honest?
I always do it in the microwave. I'm sorry,
Oh my
Mom.
gosh, I just cried inside my
I
soul.
know. I know.
Okay, just mix it up.
That's
Okay.
it. That was a quick mix.
Yeah, we don't need to more than that. We're gonna add the dough hook, and then you add half your flour. So we're gonna do...
The first time I did this, I did not, in fact, use the dough hook. It makes a huge difference. I made a mess.
What did you do?
It didn't work correctly. I just used the whisk hook, and it just didn't work very well. And I had to pull it apart from the whisk, and I basically started all over with the dough hook. So use the dough hook.
That's wise. Wise. Okay, so do you want to put in 3 cups of flour?
Yes. Isn't it in one of those recipes where you just kind of eyeball it? If it's not perfect, it's not perfect,
You
right?
kind of just, it's just...
Because you're gonna end up
It's
adding
gonna
more flour in
pull-
no matter what.
So like 3 cups.
3 cups. That should be a measurement. 3 cups.
See? It's just soft now, so now we throw it into.
Once the yeast is soft.
And then we start mixing. So that's all the ingredients. What we do is we do it till it's smooth, and then throw in another cup, and then mix it till it's smooth, and then throw in another cup. No, it needs another cup.
I didn't think so.
Do another cup.
Okay, more cups.
Not like a full cup. Let's just do a half
just
cup.
a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
So just a little bit, not a full cup.
I think so. It's a
It's a cup.
Okay. So it's just the point where it starts pulling away from the bowl.
The edge of the bowl.
Yeah, and so then what I do is I put it out on the counter a little bit. So kind of sprinkle the counter with a little bit of flour, and then move it all.
By the point of this recipe, my bowl's too small to actually
that's
do the last
right.
cup of flour. So I usually finish the mix on the counter
I'm
and
gonna have
add
to
in the
look
full
at that.
flour.
It's a little sticky.
That's okay.
We don't want it to stick to our hands. We don't need to knead it a lot. But if you can see the way that I'm just kind of working it a little bit, it's peeling away from my hands. It's peeling away from the counter. That's perfect right there. And we don't need to do more. It's like perfect just like that. I can touch it, it's not sticking everywhere. So it's totally ready to go into the bowl. You gonna grab the bowl right there?
Grab the bowl, yes.
So now we're gonna let it raise. So this just goes in the bowl.
So this bowl has some oil in it, right?
Butter,
so it doesn't stick.
Oil, yeah.
Butter your bowl or oil your bowl so the dough doesn't stick in it when it starts to rise.
Put it in and then we're gonna cover with plastic wrap.
And I'll just set this aside, right?
Yeah, let's just put that on
About how
the
long
side.
do you think this needs to be set aside?
It raises for about an hour in a warm place. So,
So now we clean up the flour mess. Yep. But only a little bit, because the next part is very messy.
Very messy indeed. Okay.
They get big after an hour.
I know. So this has been rising for an hour. So this is our dough now. You can see that it's doubled in size. And so we're gonna make it into rolls now.
Oh, so excited.
Okay, let's do, I've had this forever and ever and ever. It has cracks in it. It has everything. It's a good 20 years old. Okay, I'll dust it while you want to divide the dough in half.
Yeah.
This is the part where you realize that butter is the secret ingredient in these rolls.
It's not even a secret how much of an ingredient it is, because
No,
it is the main thing.
It's a lot. So I'm gonna roll this one out and then you're gonna start putting on the butter.
Okay.
Okay, so this is gonna make 2 circles. You're gonna roll it out till it's like, I don't know, between like 10 and 12 inches. And then you're gonna try any spots. And we're gonna just do them both at the same time so you can let that rest. So we're rolling it out. Again, to like 10 and 12 inches. It's not.
Can I put the butter on now?
Yes, just half of it. So you're gonna take and put little tiny like teaspoon pats on half of it. So just like teaspoon pats on half. That's great. You can smear it, you cannot smear it, whatever you'd like. You ready? And then you fold it in half. And now once again on half of it, you put, this was the hardest part to write down.
It's because you can't really write this step down the best. This step is all about.
Do you know what this is called? Do you know what this is called when you have several layers?
I have a feeling you're gonna tell me.
Laminating.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Is it because it makes like multiple layers?
Probably multiple layers of goodness. Okay,
I'm gonna put it on this side?
Yep, okay, and then while you're doing that, again, a like 10 to 12 inch circle. This is the part where you can start to get really creative with your recipe. You can turn this into cinnamon rolls.
Brie rolls.
With brie. Put butter on it and divide it and then put brie and roll up the brie inside.
Delicious.
It's my favorite. So we're gonna pour the butter on and
this also gets really messy.
Go low, just pour low. This doesn't splatter. Okay, I'll get a knife. You want me to smear and then you wanna get the knife?
Yeah.
Okay, we need more butter.
Do you want me to smear it on both?
Yeah, but I need more butter than that.
Butter. Okay, I'm gonna spread it on this one too, right?
Yeah. So you're gonna get messy. It's gonna go everywhere. It's gonna be just a big, huge mess.
And then I'm gonna get a sharp knife because we want to cut it, right?
Yeah.
And we're just cutting into like a pizza, right?
Yeah. Then half of that. So each one is gonna make like 8 rolls, and I'm just gonna keep my hands messy because I have a beautiful assistant.
I was gonna start saying that. Did
know.
you see that? I was waiting for it.
I know. And then the part with the rolling, this part actually does matter. So what you want is layers and layers and layers of butter. So when you roll it, you're gonna pull it and roll it and just smash it. So you get butter, more butter. So the more rolls that you can make, the more turns you can make, the more layers of buttery goodness you're gonna have. So we're gonna roll it, and then since your hands are clean, do you want to put some more melted butter on that pan and bring it right here, and we can put the rolls on it?
Want to know, growing up, your favorite tool in the kitchen, the one you told me that you use the most often, is in fact your hands.
Yep.
It's the easiest tool because it does it all.
Yep, it does, it does. Okay, so these have sat for like 10 minutes, so we're going to put them in a cold oven and then turn on the oven, and as it heats up, it'll finish rising because you really need to
keep cooking them.
Yeah, so what you need to do is you need to let these rise for like 20 minutes or half an hour again, but we're gonna put them in a cold oven.
As far as the oven goes?
Cheat.
What's the temperature for the oven?
We're gonna 375 it.
375? Okay.
So it's just gonna go in the oven. You wanna set your timer for like 10 minutes at this point because you wanna be watching it. It'll be heated at that point to 375, so the next time is gonna be just about 11 or 12 minutes.
It's perfect.
All right, should we check them?
Yes.
And then we'll see if they're done. Okay,
those
so
look delicious.
They're not quite done. So if you look at them, see how they're a little bit spotted? They're not quite all the way golden, almost. Like it's so fast. We're just gonna count to 20.
Ooh, I like this. Should we do it in Spanish?
Sure.
I don't know how to count to 20 in Spanish.
Oh, usually I have my glasses on, so when I open up the oven, it fogs up really bad. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna move that cooling rack. And then we're just gonna brush them with,
brush them with butter. This is the best part.
with butter. Look how pretty.
They're
So some
so
of them,
beautiful.
like it's not like they're not like the perfect rolls, and you know why it doesn't matter? Because when they enter your mouth,
they're all gonna be consumed anyway, so who cares what they look like?
So now they've been cooling, and we're going to turn these into sandwiches. Now, sandwich layering is really important.
It's an art form.
It is, and if people that just shove their sandwich together, like you go to those sandwich places, it's unacceptable. So we're gonna talk about layering sandwiches. Okay, I'm gonna start with blue cheese.
Got some turkey slices.
And if you have mayonnaise, then you're gonna start with mayonnaise. You're gonna put mustard next if you like mustard. If you don't like mustard, go straight to your meat. Yeah.
As far as the after the meat though, after meat you go
Cheese is
cheese.
super important after meat because cheese and meat need to be paired. So there's our meat,
There's the cheese.
and there's
What's
the cheese.
good to touch the cheese?
You can have tomatoes touch the cheese, you can have red onion touch the cheese, and you can have pickles touch the cheese.
So I think I'm gonna go tomatoes touching the cheese. And I can salt my tomatoes, right?
Yeah, salting tomatoes is delicious. See, I'm gonna do avocado. So avocado and cheese is really good with each other. So I'm gonna do avocados on mine. Good?
You ready to try this? Mm-hmm. You're not gonna cheers it with me first?
Cheers.
The bread is so fluffy.
Mm.
Thank you. This was so fun, Mom.
This was a lot of fun. Do you want to take some of these to Tony?
I don't think they're gonna make it to Tony. I'm probably gonna eat them in the car.
Nice. So Truly and I are going to be making oven pancakes this morning.
Yep.
It's a great recipe. It's probably one of your favorites.
Delicious. And yes.
So what we'll do first is we get our butter. So this is the butter. Isn't that adorable?
This is the butter.
Put those little cubes. Okay, you want to dump that in? You want to help me? So dump that in the pan.
All of it?
Yeah. It goes in the oven, and then we're going to turn on the oven. So
We're
you
going
want to
to
open it
start
for me, love?
it
And then we turn on the oven to 425. And then while that preheats, we're going to mix up everything else. So we start first with the eggs. It takes 6 eggs. True, you want to do the eggs?
Yeah.
Okay. I first started making German pancakes with my mom. It's German. We're all very German. My mom and my other mom would make German pancakes, and I just started making it
Your
with
mom
them.
and your mom.
Both of my moms.
And there are only
I
4
think cooking with your
eggshells.
kids is super important. It usually is a little messier.
It-
I didn't say a word. I didn't.
She said that it was messier. I heard everything, Mom.
Little.
I'm right next to you.
So you don't want the butter to burn. You want butter all over the bottom of the pan. Now what we're going to do is mix this for a bit, just to get everything fluffy. I don't know how long. All right, that's probably good. So what you're looking for is just kind of really foamy eggs. You kind of want to mix it really well, get some air in there. All right, and then we're going to do the rest. So it's vanilla. It's like a teaspoon. We're going to do a cap because that sounds
Ooh,
great.
risque.
Do you like vanilla? I like vanilla.
Who doesn't like vanilla?
Vanilla's amazing. Okay, there's vanilla. And then it's salt. Maybe like a half, and that looks like a bit much. Let's just do probably a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You gonna dump in the milk?
And let's hope that she doesn't make a mess.
If you do, that's fine. We can deal with messes. There's the flour.
Oh wow, it's so silky smooth, yummy.
And a 1/2 cup of sugar. Here, do you want to dump in the sugar? Thanks. You can dump it all in. That's
I
great.
know, I'm just difficult.
And then we turn it on and mix it up again. You kind of want to start slow because if you mix it up really fast, we've learned from personal experience, flour gets everywhere. So we're going to take this out, and then we're going to take this and put it over. And then we're just going to pour it on top of our melted butter and scrape it out to get all the goodness.
All the goodness. Into the fire we go.
Okay, we're going to set the timer for 10 minutes. And then they should come out nice and fluffy. And that's it. So it's super, super easy. School mornings, this is definite necessity for school mornings. So like it's golden brown. It's a little more than golden brown, I would say, but we're fine. It's fine.
Delicious.
It's delicious, it doesn't matter. We'll let it cool for a while we make omelets.
Okay.
So these are some of our favorite ingredients for omelets. We have onions and tomatoes, and there's several kinds of peppers because those are delicious. Turkey bacon, and turkey sausage, and some pesto, which is my favorite part, and then some grated Swiss cheese. So griddle's on, let's go ahead and put some butter on it. Do you want to put on the butter? That's great.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right, then what do you want on your omelet? Just use the spoon? Yeah, whatever you want.
Peppers.
We're just gonna scoot it on that side a little bit.
A lot of bacon.
And then while you're doing that, I'm gonna mix up the eggs. Do you want a 1 or 2 egg omelet this morning?
2.
2 eggs? Okay.
Oh,
So Truly's like new to the omelet world. It took her forever to try omelets.
I like them. They're good.
So we're gonna do the eggs on this side and then the vegetables go on this side.
Oh, I
want
almost
some spinach?
forgot the spinach.
I don't think we need to cut it up unless you want to.
Only
No
in the
pesto
tray.
in it?
No.
Okay,
No
we're gonna use
pesto.
2 spatulas to turn it. So you just kind of look at it and you're gonna have to like maneuver it and stuff. So you wanna make sure
Maneuver.
the edges are pretty cooked, but it can be pretty schloppy everywhere else. And flip it, like that. Then we're gonna put on our cheese next because you want that cheese nice and melty. And then we put on all of our vegetables.
Veggies.
Put it right on top of that, love. You're good. And you know what? I usually end up making a lot of omelets when I make omelets. So all of the stuff that goes inside the omelet, I actually put it on the top, whatever's left, because then I can kind of tell whose omelet is whose. Okay, hold it still. All right. I want an omelet too. So can you put onions on first? Because I really want those cooked well. So if you want pesto, I just recommend putting the pesto in with the egg part.
You're crazy.
You don't like pesto. I love doing this breakfast for a big group of people because everyone can pick whatever ingredients they want. And most of the time what I'll do is like just what Truly did is I put all the ingredients out and they put whatever they want on the griddle, and then I don't have to remember everybody's ingredients. And then for some reason we like doing this on Thanksgiving morning because, I don't know, maybe start off the day right. And even though the middle's a little fluffy, that's fine. And then add the
It doesn't want to
cheese so
be
the
cooked.
cheese can melt.
The cheese.
Yeah. And then the vegetables.
Veggies.
Yeah.
If you want to put cereal in it, you can. I'm just
far.
messing with people. That's
Too
disgusting.
far.
That'd be disgusting.
All right, you want to grab the plate? Can you hold the plate for me right here? Awesome. Thanks, love.
You're welcome.
We're going to go ahead and give Truly a pancake. Okay, so we're just going to cut this into pieces and serve it. And then here you go, love. Grab your plate. There we go.
Thank you, Mother.
You're welcome. All right, kid. You ready for a bite?
Yes, I am.
I'm really proud of you for tasting omelets. I'm going to go
thank
right
you,
into the
Mom.
part that's going to taste good. Okay, ready?
Yes.
You want to taste mine? I'll taste yours. Okay, taste your taste. Okay, I'm going to taste yours. Ready? Try it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Truly, you going to make breakfast for us from now on?
No.
Oh my gosh.